Hello, it's the 27th of May. In video 50 I talked about my planned tomato fest for this year. I'm growing 14 different varieties of heritage tomatoes. I'll talk about the tomatoes in their own right a bit more when we've actually got fruit on them that you can see. But for the moment I just want to cover aspects of the ongoing care and maintenance of them. I demonstrated in video 50 how my automatic watering system works, but there are other things to do, particularly feeding and side shooting. In terms of feeding, that's pretty straightforward. About once a week I put some liquid tomato feed into the reservoir in the pots, which is created by the fact that I didn't fill the pots to the top, and so a weekly fill of tomato feed in there is what I do for feeding them. What you do about side shooting depends on the type of tomato. Tomatoes come in two broad categories. One's called Indeterminate and the other one is called Determinate. This tomato here is called Jersey Devil, and that's an indeterminate tomato. And indeterminate tomatoes continue to grow until the cold weather kills them off. They put all their efforts into making flowers and fruit, and these you do have to side shoot. Now here is a particularly extreme example of a side shoot which I didn't take off because I've been away for a few days. You can see that in the node here between the main stem that's growing up and one of these leaves, there is another stem coming up. Well, that needs to be taken out. If they're little, there's a little one down here, in fact, you can just get it with your fingernails. If they're as big as that one, and sometimes they hide and you don't see them even when you have been looking at it daily, then it's best to cut them off with scissors so you don't actually damage the plant. These two tomatoes here are determinate tomatoes. That means that they set their fruit all at once within say a 2-week period, and then what you get off after that is not often very good. Now with those, let them just do their own thing. They'll put out side shoots, but just leave them and they don't need side shooting. If you do side shoot them, you'll end up reducing the yield. So indeterminate tomatoes, side shoot them. Determinate tomatoes, let them do their own thing. The final thing I'd say about maintenance at this stage is, whether it's indeterminate or determinate, take off some of the leaves that are at the bottom so there's good air circulation around the pots, and as they grow, if they've got, as the indeterminates have got too many leaves coming out all over the place, it's okay to take a few of those off too. The other thing to do is obviously support them. I found that just having them grow up strings is a good way of doing it, and every so often I just wrap the top round the string and they just kind of, they don't wind up themselves, but they will just follow the string upwards. That's with the indeterminates. With the determinates, I just do whichever branch is the nearest, just to help to keep the thing steady. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found something useful or interesting in this video, and good luck with your own tomatoes.